Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? I hope you are set. We are set. Now, allow me to introduce the show with a story. A story is told of a deer that went into a dancing competition. Unfortunately, it danced its way lame before its actual time. Right? Most of us, ladies and gentlemen, are dancing ourselves lame before our actual time. Where am I headed? We are dancing our way lame when we engage in sex before our real time, during dating and during waiting. So today on the show, Benjamin is going to show you or to teach you how you will protect or prevent yourself or prevent the temptation of engaging in sex during dating and during waiting. Hey, Benjamin.
Hello, and thank you for that, because I think we have not been told that there are turns to life.
Yeah.
There's a time and a season for every matter under the sun.
Yeah. And
the biggest wisdom, I want you to keep learning some of the things, like in Bible, 1 Chronicles 11, I think 12:32. It talks about the men of Issachar who had an understanding of the times to know what Israel ought to do. When you understand times, you know what you must do. Times have musts, compulsory. Seasons have rules. If you will go anywhere, if you're going to live a peaceful life, if you will flourish in your life, if you make your life count, if you want to have a meaningful existence, you must know the rules of that season. Do you know society has made it look like you do it the way you want, you figure it out according to your wish. You know, there are no constitution, there are no, it's about what you want yourself. And an understanding of the times to know what Israel ought is a must, ought to do. And thank you for bringing it that way, because you may go to the dancing competition, you may go to the youth, you may be in that season, you may be in the dating competition, sort of a race, like a rat race. People are running to make sure they have somebody. Do you have somebody? Why are you still single? A lady is 23 and she's being harassed by the parents about getting married. Oh my God, some of our parents are agents of, I don't know agents of what, man. They're pushing children to the same thing that damaged them. Some of them married so badly, they struggled through life and they're trying to push their children in the same direction. Brahmali, if I pass through a certain path and I get so many punches, so much troubles, I'll warn you against that path, even if I don't know a better path. I'll tell you, I don't know which route, but it is not this one. Can our parents at least tell us, I don't know which route, but it is not this one? Why are they not honest? Why are they pushing us towards the same path? Some of them married at 19, 20, and they lived emotionless, energyless, connectionless marriage that were there just as roommates and bearing children, and there's no fun, no energy, no life, and they're trying to push their children in the same direction. What is this, man? Even if you're not sure what is right, at least you know what yours is not right. Sometimes you struggle with a question in mathematics and you ask a friend. Them they have done and sat down. And you think because they are finished, they are done with it, you think they got it right. But they have a strange convention. That they have also finished, but they are sure they are wrong. They just don't know a better way. They are made peace with their wrongness. You are better, you who is struggling to find a better way. Then they are at peace with them. Be careful with people who are wrong and they are comfortable. They are at peace with their wrongness. You can see the marriage is unhappy, it's empty. The relationship is useless, but they're at peace with it. You know, now what kind of advice? With a person who has stopped trying, who has given up changing, you know. So there are two seasons we want today. And we said the other day, because our shows are daily, we can only be picking a snippet. Go to snippet. Today we are talking about the season of waiting and the season of dating. Dr. Miles Monroe, the late, wrote a very rich book called Dating and Waiting. He was telling people, he said, you should not date when you feel like you need a person. If your life is so empty and unstable without relationship, I need a man, I need a woman, I think now I need, oh my God, I need. When you feel pressured, you're not ready. You're supposed to date when you want. All right? When you could have lived without, but you decided it is better I do. He was emphasizing build yourself first. He was emphasizing achieve happiness so that you look for another happy person, you share happiness. Don't date when you are full of anxiety and emptiness and fear. And you're looking for somebody to rescue. You're supposed yourself to have the capacity to lift the other.
Yeah.
You have the capacity to lift you. You lift each other. The reason many marriages don't improve people's lives is because they came together when they had nothing to offer. Except the emotions. Their bodies. There was no value. You know. We all know that in the market, people buy the skills you bring, the value you add to the company. Why don't we ask the same question in dating? There are many other people with a body like yours who weigh the same kgs. Yeah. But your company won't hire them because they weigh the same as Brahma. This one is also 70 kg. The other guy was 70 kg. They're not buying mass of body. Yes. They're buying the skills you carry. Why don't we think the same about dating? We look at the mass too much. We even sing songs about it. Hey. When I ask you about your girl, you start describing the mass. Man, the legs, man, the hips, man. Would you describe that if you're looking for an employee? No. And so what has changed? Tell me you started a business. You're somebody. So your cafe, how is it doing? And that guy you were hiring, man, he's so handsome, man. In fact, as he worked, we wanted somebody to make sales. So what does that have to do with? The body, of course, is part of him. Maybe you can say later his hands. He knows how to dress right. This lady knows how to carry. But you are looking, what is the competence, the value she's bringing? Yeah. There's a similarity between the employer and the person who is seeking to marry. You may think I'm drawing parallel lines, but they're very related. The employer has objectives on to meet. Miles Monroe says, set the objectives of your life first. Clarify them. So that you have a criteria for knowing this is what I am, this is where I'm going, this is who I need. Okay? Yeah. That's the biggest problem of dating because of emotions. Because you got attached. So what is the waiting and what is dating? Waiting is that season when you are doing that inner work. Growing, studying to acquire the skills, learning your personality. Brahma, make sure there's something you have studied about your personality, at least one material before you marry anyone. Yeah. Make sure. Yeah. You may surprise yourself. You marry blindly and you ignore a part of your personality that is troublesome. Let me tell you about some things about you. Now we discuss. It's very uncomfortable, but it's necessary. Well, let's put you under examination. The same things that make you focused and organized. The same qualities that make you, ladies keep commenting and men keep, our audience likes your insight into issues and depth of attentiveness. Those qualities people like about you have an underside. I was not going too far, I was just the same attentiveness, the same thoroughness of your research, the same, precision has another meaning behind that you can't stand shoddiness. You don't need to tell me your weakness. I already know that. One. Oh, our weaknesses come from our strength. They are not hard to figure out. Because we see you're organized, you can't stand carelessness. Puts you off. So, if you marry a naturally messy girl, because you liked some qualities about her, but you ignored something about you that is very definitive. I want you to study that material about personalities, about yourself, so that you know what can't work. And if you try to marry that kind of a lady, eventually it will rub on you so badly you lose the connection totally. Yeah. During waiting, I want you to analyze your personality and know what you can't stand. Good. If you can't describe a few things you can't stand, can I tell you one I can't stand? It comes from the same thing you see up front with me. Let me tell you, it's easy to know what people can't stand. Check what is evident on them. If they are very neat, if they are naturally attentive, the opposite of that is very annoying to them. Are we together? Yeah. Now do you follow it? Because I like engaging conversation, I like thoughtfulness, and I like research. I like something that is, I like substance. Now you know how to bore me quickly. Yeah. empty. There are people I can't stand on my wand. I wonder where did they come in. I keep going around carrying a fork. You post something and they don't read it.
Yes.
They start yapping. The other day we told young ladies to stop marrying older divorcees, that they are in a very different place in life, and you will suffer for it. You'll have sold your soul for money and good sex. I don't want to divert too much, but most of those older men are experienced in pleasuring women. And this girl is naive, and she has dated younger men, and she got frustrated how they look unstable. But this guy has money and making her feel good. She gets carried away, forgetting the other side. She will only be adopted like a cog in a machine.
Yes.
She has no authority. She's not a partner. She's been adopted. Some of them are saying, oh my God, this is how I wasted my 10 years. I knew something was wrong. I can't do it. Because he has a lifestyle. The best thing is, a genuine man like me, God forbid, if a death was to occur, or divorce was to occur, and I have to marry again, am I genuine, Brahma? To go for 25 years?
No.
Is it even sincere?
No.
Is it even sincere? A man like me and like you, for perhaps who have got married, something happened wrong, there were children, or at least my career is already refined and focused and whatever, I'm in a different place in life. I'll get a woman of that social group. Herself, she was married, or she's grown enough to be where I am and to build with me. If I go for a younger girl, she can't add to where I am. She can only comply to my rules. You get?
Yeah.
So, in this waiting, we are talking about this. We are saying, take that time to learn you and know your best strengths and the most risky weaknesses. Everybody has a risky side to their personality. You cross that side, you see another side.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Many have matured, managed to learn how to avoid which whatever. But generally, Bramwell, the same thing that makes you very admirable, that makes you charismatic. It means you can't tolerate a person who is direct opposite. They say opposites attract, but I told you when you're too opposite, you attract and attack. You're supposed to be, yes, opposite, but have similarities. Both opposite and similar in equal measure. As I told you, one opposite I needed is because I'm hyper. I needed a level-headed girl. Okay?
Yeah.
That's important. I am very energetic, and I work with spikes of energy like this. Either I'm very active or very asleep. On off. I go on high speeds and then I run battery empty. I doze off. I wake up, work again. I know that, and I know it has its positives and also negatives. One thing, I can't work 8 to 5 because I can't maintain high energies for that long.
Yeah.
Okay? I tried it, but I knew it always refused. I tried to apply, but I'm again 8 to 5. Oh my God, no. So, because I'm hyper moving like that, it means I can deliver very good short presentations. I can deliver in a place, in meetings, talks with high energy. And then I go and rest. Are we together? You can't do that the whole day.
You can't.
Exactly. Yeah. So I had to organize my career with my personality, study your personality and know which lifestyle, which kind of woman, what traits you like. For you, I know what kind. I don't want to tell ladies secrets on how to get Bramwell, but by looking at him, you know what he likes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Being a level-headed guy with a lot of sang-froid, that is level-headedness, and you know, as people walk, the body tells you what they're made of. Even they're just the way they walk, how they sit. Sigmund Freud say a person can't hide who they are. Even if they don't talk with their mouth, their body shows it. Their energy shows it. If you know how to observe, you can get clues. Of course, not everything. Yeah. But you're saying there are some things you can rule out about a certain person. So I know eventually in a Bramwell marriage, you marry a lady who is, first of all, clean. Okay? All men like cleanliness, but some men are particularly sensitive. Okay, generally all men like cleanliness. There are men who are organized. You know, and for me, I'm that person who is not very neat in my personal. I don't have to arrange things in the right angles before I start working. As long as I know they are around. Generally, you can start working. We'll see to it later. So because in my personal space I'm messy, I needed a person who is neat. Now that's a complimenting.
Yeah.
But as I told you, there are some things about you that you need to connect to the woman on that level. So I want you to go and study your personality. That time of waiting means learning you. Learning what works for you. And knowing some things early. I'm a brainstormer. My personality is about brainstorming. All my skills are abstract, brother. All of them. Honestly, I don't have hands-on skills. If I were to take a career that needs typing the whole day, doing something, entering files, it's away from my strengths and I'll perform abysmal. It will be very bad performance. When you need a lady who's hands-on, we need somebody to arrange the house.
Yeah.
He's about to think about the flower. I know men are supposed to like changing bulbs. I change them, but I don't enjoy it. There's more men are hands-on. They're the ones who do mechanical. I don't enjoy them. Don't like changing tire. I changed the other day I changed, but I got so many blisters. Just rotating the jack. Brother, no, you don't depend on what men are supposed to look like. Men are not the same. There are many ladies who don't like cooking. They don't like cooking at all. It's nothing in them about cooking, washing clothes, ironing, and they are wife materials. Don't define wife in a very narrow way. You miss out on a good woman. You should listen to Joyce Meyer, one of the greatest teachers of our era. One of the happiest couples. And she doesn't like cooking. Does that mean the family will starve? She can get it done. When you're a responsible person, you don't do what you like. You do what the situation requires. So I still take out litter, I still change the car, I still attend to the barber. I do what the situation requires. Don't listen to your likes. When I can outsource, I outsource and pay. I get a guy to fix the washroom. The latrine that is not the electricity that is misbehaving, I get it done. It's my responsibility. Falls under my docket to get it done. Don't worry, it's on me. Are we together? Yeah. I will get the money, whichever way. Okay? There's some things that are not in me, but now that I know they're not in me, I know how to outsource. I know how to compensate. When I can't compensate, I just get myself to do it for now. Okay? Yeah. Learn that. When you mature, you don't have to like cooking to feed your family. You don't have to. Just get it done. There are many of us men who don't like flowers. But then we are husbands. Do you like flowers? No, don't destroy your CV. You're in the market still. If you like the woman, you will do what she likes. Yeah. You don't need to like it. During waiting, that is what you are engaged in. So you're learning yourself. Number two is you are setting your calibrations. You're deciding how high you want to go with life. What lifestyle, the socio-economic status you want to live in. Why do people make these decisions? Our parents made us think wealth is luck. It either comes, you are chosen by some gods. Become rich by some fortune. Yeah. God who gave you is the one who did not give me. Those are the sayings. It was God who was giving. He gave you. Success is not for the chosen few, it's for the few who choose. Yeah. During waiting, you decide the socio-economic status you want to live in. The lifestyle you want, the cars you want, the houses, the clothes, the dignity. Money brings dignity. There's no dignity in poverty. Don't listen to people who glamorize luck, making you think there's any honor in luck. So when you're waiting, brother, don't commit this mistake. The last thing you're doing, I wanted to justify why you should keep sex away and how to do it. Yeah. I meet many guys who are doing law, medicine, journalism. They had such dreams, but they are dating a lady over there who's just doing, something away from this kind of a thing. You can see this lady is not in your trajectory. She's building her life in the local market, running a salon, for example, or running a kiosk, or running a small business. You have gone to the university. Her trajectory is not university. She will have a happy life away there. But I saw one guy cross over. He is going to the university and carries a girl from the salon and go to... What is that? Don't you imagine what your life will look like tomorrow, and you set Can we announce to our young people that your future will look like how you are behaving today?
Yeah. Yeah.
Your future is being made by your behavior today. So I knew something was wrong. I could not put it in words that time. But I knew this guy is doing a bad blunder. I do not have the language to tell the trajectories are very different. How do you wait then? Number one, Bramwell, stay in one place, don't meander. Don't meander. Many people slept with the wrong women. Samson went down to Gaza. He went to another town and locked himself. Many men who slept with the wrong women is because they were at the wrong place. You may not associate this because people focus on the woman. They don't tell you the where. Bramwell came to realize to stay away from the women, simply check where you are. Yeah. As I told you, there are a few things about sex that you can manage. Sex requires secrecy and a hidden place. Avoid being in enclosed places with women. Some things are simply practical. Yeah. They don't need genius, too much muscles. Now, Joseph was supposed to clean the bedroom of the big man, the boss. And then the wife takes advantage of the bedroom situation to try and sleep with the boy. The boy has integrity, runs away. She heaps bad cases, wrong cases, accusations against him. He gets jailed on and on and on. What if he was wiser? He was too young to know. But at this point, primarily, if somebody was to hire you and they want you to clean bedroom, you'd be uncomfortable with that. Yeah. And say, I would rather not get into the bedroom. Let me do the rest of. Avoid bedrooms and bedroom situations. Bedrooms and
bedroom situations.
Some are not bedrooms, but they are a car. The two of you. Some are not bedroom, but they are an enclosed office. Some avoid bedroom situations. Another way to wait. Differentiate potential searching with flirting. There are people you know you have no potential of marrying them, but you continue suggestive conversation and they end up inviting you for sex. Once a woman says she's ready to give you sex, you will not think straight.
Yeah.
Believe you are very saved. Praise the Lord.
Amen.
Do you know the sensual and the spiritual are related? The energy that excites you to pray, to preach, the same energy that makes you sing, the same energy that makes you want to listen to deep music, the same energy that helps you encourage people about eternity and the sublime, the same spiritual energy. If you prick, if you take it to the sexual direction, it will also flare you up, and you before you know it, you'll have done so many things. The sensual and the spiritual has mesmerized many researchers. And that's why you hear a very charismatic preacher has fallen quickly with a woman. Yeah. And you thought, being very spiritual, it should have been a barrier against sexual sin. The energy is the same. Me, I don't get surprised because I know it works. What I do is, I avoid the slide. Yeah. David is singing and writing psalms over here, sleeping with a woman. Is that the same person? The same energy. Never the other day. Now, don't get shocked when you hear a person who converses a lot of spirituality. And I told you why girls who are CU cheerleaders, CU frontliners in high school get pregnant like this. You're wondering, she used to teach people how to behave right. Why didn't she behave right? She had a lot of high energy spiritually, and she forgot that the same energy makes her, in fact, very attractive to men because she looks unachievable. And also, there are many other factors that make when you're a spiritual person to fall quickly, because people don't imagine that they can get you. Yeah. And you have never been complimented for your beauty qualities other than being told praise the Lord and Christianese. Don't talk Christianese everywhere. When you meet me in the office, don't greet me praise the Lord. Yeah. Don't call me pastor, I'm not a pastor. Why are people calling everybody pastor? Respect that term. It's a special office term. Yeah. The same way you would say a professor. The same way you would say a CEO. Why are the people using the word pastor carelessly? It's an office. You should confirm whether I'm an ordained minister before you call me that name. So have a language that is just professional, friendly, and then there's the spiritual one. Are we together? Don't start testimonies in office and making people comfortable by saying hallelujah everywhere. Let your conduct show godliness. That's a stronger testimony than the words you're saying. Are we together? Words can be faked. Avoid the things that are cheap and can be faked even by the devil. The conduct is better. So during that time of waiting, be careful that you do not slide from spiritual to the sensual without knowing how it happened quickly.
Yeah.
And many men who preach and go to watch pornography, who preach and go to masturbate, who preach and go to watch sensual things. You saw this Baba Gloria thing.
Yes.
And you're wondering, most likely you may find this a Christian community, and then people will brandish and they stone at you. Brother, be careful. Sin stands at the door. The line is thin like this. The second way, when you are dating, when you have a person whom now you are in a relationship with you and you're dating, we said waiting is when you have nobody, you're building yourself.
Yeah.
You're getting ready for the time. When you're dating is you have a person you're in a relationship you're working towards. Never have a relationship that has no goal. That is the first rule. Never date for speculation. The long waiting period makes it impossible to hold and wait.
Yeah.
You never hold and wait if the period of waiting is not defined. Brother,
Yeah.
never date for an indefinite period. You won't hold yourself. That woman, because you love her, she will excite you sexually. So how long can you resist? There should be a period. And you chat each other, oh, I can't miss her, so I'm just having a good time. But I know it's only 6 months now, 5 months, 4 months. Make sure you're counting down to encourage you to wait. Okay?
Yeah.
And if she does not excite you sexually, you should not marry her. Okay? Don't pretend to be so well composed that you're just marrying for the purposes of
Compatibility.
yeah, I just wanted the family, it's good for man. And when I looked at her, I said, she's not bad. You don't marry like that. You marry because you can't live without this woman. Don't marry a woman you can manage to live with. Marry the one you can't live without.
Powerful.
You meet her and you feel, oh my God, I feel complete. The woman you're crazy about. And because you're crazy about, every part of you is crazy about her. Okay? Both the visible parts and the invisible. Yeah. So what you do is, because you know that excitement needs to be managed, give it timeline. How soon can we tie the knot? January? All right, I think that's okay. So between now and so we have this timeline. The reason you push things forward because you're looking forward to something. Tell women to stop giving everything on the way. No, please. What are we longing for? The reason men slow down and stop pursuing is because they already got you. Who continues running after what they already got? No. And there are a lot of people who will confuse you by saying, no, sex is for more than what? We can do anything. You can't change nature. A woman is supposed to be pursued, praised, held in high. The man feels good when he's pursuing. The woman feels good when she's being pursued. Don't let modernity confuse you to think you can change order of nature. Some things that don't change with the civilization. Our psychology will never change. True. You can be perverted and say, me, don't prefer. Preferences are different from you trying to fight with your nature. And I told you the problem with those who try to change their sexuality, it engulfs your identity. So that you have to bring it up everywhere. Maybe you are defending or something. No. So when you meet this, when you're with a woman you like, give it a period. Don't date indefinitely. You can't wait indefinitely. Are we together?
Yeah.
Number 2, differentiate between praising and fantasizing. If you start fantasizing being together, you boil the emotions. But you can praise your woman without focusing on the bedroom activity. Are we together? Yeah. Be wise. Be wise. There's a place to hint at her beauty. There's a place you're supposed to be creative. Don't ask her for nudes. That is even disrespectful. Yeah. Don't imagine, start, focus, especially if you know there's a period to wait. You need to hold yourself. There's a period to wait. I wanted us to marry some date in April. My wife was suggesting August. And I'm thinking 4 more months of this, of waiting, holding. No, I said, no. Don't extend the punishment. We are sure about it. You see, you only search until you meet your right match. Once you get your match, it's preparations. Now we go to your place. I go to my place. We do this. It's preparations. We do this financial. We do this. Then we fix the wedding. You understand?
Yeah.
Don't date for any speculation, and then avoid fantasies and working up emotions until they overwhelm you. Praise her in the right way, but remember your emotions. They need to be managed. And sometimes what I've seen in the brothers is they don't over spiritualize. Again, your relationship with a woman should be loving, should be easy, playful, and flirtatious. By trying to control your sexual energy and temptations, don't go extreme or being dry and colorless. And they're just using vocabulary, jargon, Christian jargon everywhere. No. Make sure there is that energy and freeness. But with your maturity, you know up to when. People can fast. People can fast from food, fast from sleep, fast from sex when they know how long is the fast. And they know the purpose. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that, Benjamin. I'll begin from the time factor. From listening to you, Benjamin, when it comes to matters dating, for us to prevent ourselves from falling in this valley of compromise is checking out on time. How or when should I need to get married? It begins from the onset. Benjamin, you'll agree with me that a tragedy is when you go to the market, yet you are not aware of what you want to buy, right? And that is what most men and women are finding themselves in. Now, Benjamin, talking about time factor, it should come from both ways. I may say, Bram, I want to marry in less than 4 months time when I meet her. And maybe on her side, like your situation, she says, I want to give myself 6 months. Yes, I've gotten the guy, but again, I want to take 6 months for me. I believe I'll have understood her enough or known him enough.
And you know, let's repeat this. Those months are not for knowing each other. They are for preparing to start a union. We are preparing culturally and financially. We want to do things right. If you are not sure whether it's me, we should not be talking about marriage. Okay?
Yeah.
This part of dating or discussing or conversing before anything formal, that's when you are checking what manner of man are you dealing with. After you find that, we flow. And I'm teachable, I'm flexible. I have what you wanted, I'm driven. And I am committed. Now, from there on, we are learning each other for the sake of improving our relationship. We are not testing each other.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
The testing is when you're not sure. The checking, confirming. But yeah, I think this is good to work with. Nobody was born with you in mind.
It's quite heavy.
You're not looking for the person who was born just for you. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. Don't imagine a soulmate is a particular lady somewhere. Then you start she's nowhere. It's all one lady. You know, TikTok is made of young generation. So they keep asking questions that are very naive. What if my soulmate has already gotten married? It is not one person you are supposed to marry. It's a particular kind of people, depending on who you are, how much you've known yourself. As you said, when you hear a person asking, how do I know that I found the one? How do I know that they truly love me? It means you don't know yourself and what you're looking for yourself. So after you've known yourself, we said, you know your personality, you have several irreducible minimums. Irreducible minimums. And I'll tell you next time that you're supposed, every experience you went in life baptizes you, changes you, unleashes layers. Bramwell, when I took 5 years to learn, without dating, just theory only. I read books like Men Are From Mars, Venus, Women From Venus. I read books like, you know, Women Who Try Too Hard. I read books like Miles Monroe, Dating and Winning. I read T.D. Jakes. There's a book by T.D. Jakes, very important for dating people, called The Lady, Her Lord, and Her Lover. The Lady, Her Lover, and Her Lord. It's a pinkish book, and it's very deep. Those who keep saying recommend a reading list is also affected by your personality.
Yeah.
True. There's no universal reading list. Others are people and you need to connect with them intellectually and emotionally so that you can flow. There's a book that everybody likes, but you read it, you don't connect. The other, you don't just relate. I mean, you can get another author addressing the same subject and you connect very well. And when you find another you love, I gave you a secret, read everything they wrote to connect with their mind. That way, because the others you like will not be many. When you find one, exhaust. All right? Like YouTubers. The same way I keep telling people, don't come here and say, you guys will have too much. You're talking serious issues. Why can't you just turn down and just say the point? Tell them how many YouTubers are around. Please scroll on. Go until you find a person who's both content and manner of delivery you agree with. Look until you know what kind of personality, what kind of clothing. There are ladies who offend you by just the way they dress. Don't start changing them. Now you see the way you dress. Now you should have dressed. Excuse me. No! Don't change. Take her as she is or leave her. Growing means improving on who you are and enhancing it. But changing me means mutilating the fundamentals of my personality. Don't try. So I told this lady, she was, no, and the title of the email is, please be serious. You too, be serious. Respect yourself. You know? So it's to say, Bramwell, the timing is controlled by, we agree. Because she wanted August and I wanted April, that was the first time we could resolve a difference. It's okay when you don't agree, but you already know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
So I told her, as for me, I had paused to start a family. And if I extrapolate the pause, other things will fall out of place. I'll never pick on my job. I'll never build this. I needed us to finish this. I launched quickly. I'm still doing my PhD over there. I'm still starting my company over here. When I gave her my reasonings, and it was her parents were saying, yeah, give us more time. We just had another event recently, and we may not have called our people again to support us. You know, we need to give the... It's okay, but you don't have to involve everyone. We can do other events in future. You can have as many anniversaries as you want to give you the time to celebrate more. And eventually came to agree. We did it in April. And it went very well. So if you don't agree on the date at first, just discuss what was your reasoning, what was my reasoning, find a middle ground, okay? And primarily be very careful with a woman who says, take it or leave it. I'm going to be the leader of this family, and some of the decisions I'll make, you will not agree with them.
Yes.
You will not like them. I will not dictate, but I want to see, do I have any chance of leadership here? Use some of us as a test. In fact, sometimes you need to go the other direction just to check.
Yeah.
Yeah. She had suggested Safari Park. You say, I heard about there's a hotel called New Rain. You also not sure what kind of hotel. You just wanted to know whether she's flexible.
Yeah.
Sometimes as a man, check the leadership viability. Is this lady governable? Don't be ungovernable. Try to govern ungovernable. So it's to say, if you can't find situations that, although they will come up, obviously.
Yeah.
But even if the situation takes too long to come, manufacture it. Come up with it. That was the first thing I identified with my lady. With small matters of taste, she let you, it's okay, that's okay. You need that as a man. Not everything is an argument. You wanted a black suit, she asked, God, where are you going to funeral? Even if she has better taste than me, she will use a more soft way to approach it without making me feel stupid. If a lady ever makes you feel stupid, don't marry her, okay? Yes.
We had to stop. Anyway, guys, now you have it. It is actually manageable and it is very much possible. Benjamin has said it. Now it is you to act. Remember, if you don't want to eat it, then don't smell it. Thank you for watching The Benjamin Zulu Show. Till next time.